Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Hello, how are you all? Hope you are doing fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NFS Home School, and this is Ariful Islam, Assistant Teacher of English, National Aided English Version School, Morningside. Today I am going to take Bangladesh and Global Studies class for class 7 students. Our today's topic, Assignment 1, Part 1. So I will give you assignment today, and this is the lecture 1 today, and lecture 2 will be taken by our Mahmoud sir. Okay, I will take your assignment first class part 1. So class 7, subject Bangladesh and Global Studies, term annual, lecture 19, topic assignment 1 part 1, teacher Ariful Islam. This is my mobile number, this is messenger ID, and today's date. So my dear students, let's come to topic assignment 1 part 1. As I have told, part 2 will be taken by our honorable teacher Mr. Mahmoud Hussain sir. Okay, so annual term lecture 19, assigned task and assessment criteria on the basis of revised syllabus due to COVID-19 2020. Class 7, subject Bangladesh and Global Studies. So your first assignment, okay? So first assignment, you have to read, your assignment will be answer the following questions, 2 questions and 2 broad questions. These questions are not like the creative questions. These questions are the broad questions. You have to answer in broad. Answer the following questions. Number 1, present the comparative pictures of discriminations and disparities against the East Pakistan by the West Pakistani rulers. Number 1. Number 2, explain the influence of religion, language and festivals on the cultural diversity of Bangladesh. So you will answer number 1 questions from the text, chapter 1, Liberation Movement of Bangladesh, lesson 7 and 8. You will have to answer the questions by reading chapter 1, lesson 7 and 8, Disparity between East and West Pakistan. And you will answer the questions number 2, explain the influence of religion, language and festivals on the cultural diversity of Bangladesh, from reading the chapter 2, Culture and Cultural Diversity of Bangladesh, lesson 1, Introduction to Cultural Diversity in Bangladesh, lesson 2 and 3, Rural and Urban Cultures of Bangladesh. So I will discuss question number 1 today, and I will discuss chapter 1, lesson 7 and 8 for question number 1. So you will write the question answer. So you will write the question answer like this. Answer to the question number 1, and you will write the introductions and body of the answers and conclusions. My dear students, you do not need to mention introduction, body and conclusions in your answer, in your assignment. You will write introduction in a para, body you might be a lot of para on discriminations of like political disparity, 1 para, disparity in administrations in 1 para, disparity in defense forces in 1 para. So all the answers you will write in para. You will not mention introduction, body and conclusions. Everything will be written in a para, and your answers, you might be write the answers 3 or 4 pages. And you will have to use your creativity when you're writing your answers, okay? You have to write the correct information, use your creativity, no spelling mistakes, no grammatical mistakes, okay? So let's come here. Your submission date of your first assignment, you can submit your assignment from 8, 11, 20. Girls will submit the assignment from 9 to 12, and boys will submit the assignment 12:30 to 3:30 in our school office. So my dear students, let's go. We'll discuss today. So I'm discussing question number 1 as this part 1, topic chapter 1, lesson 7 and 8. Chapter 1, Liberation Movement of Bangladesh, lesson 7 and 8, Disparity between East and West Pakistan. So we will discuss number 1 question. Present a comparative picture of discrimination and disparities against the East Pakistan by the West Pakistan rulers. So you know, first we were divided by East Pakistan and the West Pakistan, and the relation between the two wings, East Pakistan and West Pakistan, was that of an explorer and the exploited class. So who were the explorer? The Pakistanis. And the exploited class, we the Bengalis were the exploited class. We were the Bengalis were the exploited class. We became exploited. And the disparity and the discrimination was visible in every strata, in every sphere of life, like politics, administrations, military, economy, education, culture, etc. Okay? So we are discussing today political disparity, and my dear students, you will not mention political disparity in this way in your assignment. You will write in a para. I am giving some points, some important points, and you will write those points, use your own creativity and give correct informations. If you don't use your own creativity, some writings by yourselves, you will not, your assignment will not be very good. So political disparity, although the Bengalis were majority, Karachi of West Pakistan was selected as the capital of Dhaka. The first political disparity. Bengalis were the majority, but Karachi of West Pakistan was selected as the capital of Dhaka instead of Dhaka. The West Pakistanis were autonomic choice in all positions, including Governor General, Prime Minister, and members of cabinet to different administrative posts. The Bengalis didn't get the job like the all choice in all positions. Bengalis were deprived of all these positions. Next one, among the 211 ministers in the central cabinet during the period of 1947 to 1971, only 95 of them Bengalis. Look at, among the 211, only 95 were selected by the Bengalis, and the majority were selected by the West Pakistanis. Among the 62 ministers during Ayub regime, only 22 were Bengalis. So we were not at least 50%, we were below 50%, though we were majority at the time. Although, next point, the Awami League won the elections of 1970, they were never invited to form the government. This was one of the big reasons why we fought for the Pakistanis, why we gained independence. Because of this, they were not willing to hand it over the government to us. So next one, disparity in administrations. So despite having qualifications, Bengalis were always deprived of joining appropriate higher administrative posts. The West Pakistanis used to appoint their own people in key positions in large numbers so that they could control Pakistan. So they were appointing their own people so that they could control Pakistan. Okay? So next point, majority in the government services hailed from West Pakistan. The government services, most of the people joined at the time, mostly from the West Pakistan. Although Bengalis had larger populations. So though we had larger populations, but majority in the government services, people were appointed from West Pakistan. This is another disparity. My dear students, disparity and discriminations are the same word. Don't be confused. Disparity and discriminations are the similar word. Both the words are used in your text. Next, Bengalis constituted only 23% of first class job holders. So Bengalis were gained only 23% of first class job holders. This is another disparity of discriminations. So let's come to the disparity in defense forces. The three headquarters of Pakistan Defense Forces and ordinances, ordnance factory. This will be ordnance factory were situated in West Pakistan. Only 5% of the officers in defense forces were Bengalis. Only 5% of the officers in defense forces were Bengalis. The Bengalis were deprived of. Only 4% personnel of the army were Bengalis. 5% in defense forces and 4% in army, and 60% of total budget of Pakistan was allotted to defense. Maximum portions of it was expended in West Pakistan, and promotion was discriminatory. So budget was also the 60% of total budget was also for the West Pakistanis, and the most of the portion of the budget were expended in West Pakistan, though we had a larger population at the time. Though Bengalis had larger population at the time. Because of the negligent attitude of the central government, the border of the East Pakistan laid unprotected. The border was unprotected. The insecurity was the best reflected in India-Pakistan war in 1965. So disparity in economy. Head offices of all banks, including the central bank, the insurances, commercial and industrial enterprises, were situated in West Pakistan, though the lion's share means the big share, the whole portion of earned foreign exchange of Pakistan was to the credit of the East Pakistan. She never got more than 20% of its share. So Bengalis had earned foreign exchanges, a lot of foreign exchanges, but from which only 25% of its share we got. So 30% foreign aid was allotted to East Pakistan. 34% foreign aid was allotted to Pakistan. Only 31%, whatever was imported from abroad, was allotted to East Pakistan. So we were discriminated here also and here also. 34% was allotted to Pakistan, and the larger portion goes to West Pakistanis. 31% imported abroad was allotted to East Pakistan, and another 69% was allotted to West Pakistan. And $200 million of the export-oriented income from the East were transferred to West Pakistan. Cultural discriminations. In 1948, the Pakistani rulers wanted to impose Urdu as the only state language. This is another reasons. The Bengalis had to sacrifice some valuable lives to establish the right of our mother tongue in 1952. Though the Constitution of 1956 recognized Bangla as the second state language, the conspiracies never came to an end. There were attempts to write Bangla in Roman alphabet. This was another discriminations. Broadcasting Rabindra Sangeet on radio and televisions and observance of Bangla New Year were forbidden. So these are all the discriminations or disparity. So my dear students, that's all for today, but I want to show you the assignment today, that this is your assignment. You have to write 2 question answer. I have given question answer and question number 1 answers by reading chapter 1, Liberation Movement of Bangladesh, and you will submit this assignment, submission date from 8/11/2020. You can submit your assignment, girls 9 to 12, boys 12 to 3:30. So my dear students, when you were doing the assignment, please follow the text and use your own creativity, not only blindly follow my lectures, and you will write the assignment following my lectures. Follow the textbook and use your own creativity, and if you face any problem, you can make a phone call to me. So that's all for today. Keep practicing at home. Abad parents, stay safe, stay well. See you again. Till then, Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.